What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome back for another episode. If this is your first time checking out this channel, make sure you guys consider hitting that subscribe button, dropping a comment, and liking this video. And let's just get right into this, guys. We have got to address the 700-pound elephant in the room. Why in the world does the city of Newark, New Jersey want to memorialize a career criminal? Reading from AP News, a new statue of George Floyd was unveiled at Newark City Hall on Wednesday afternoon. Mayor Ross Baraka, along with actor and filmmaker Leon Pinckney, who commissioned the statue, and artist Stanley Watts, unveiled the 700-pound bronze statue that was donated this week to the city of Newark. Hopefully, when people walk by and they see it, they participate. Hopefully, it inspires them to become active in the struggles that are happening right here in Newark and right here in New Jersey. Baraka said Floyd's murder at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer last year fueled a global movement for racial justice. The statue will remain outside City Hall for at least 1 year. So, guys, there you have it. I mean, there it is. We have the obvious dilemma of memorializing a career criminal. Now, what I'm about to say just isn't simply character assassination. Okay. Whenever people talk badly about George Floyd's past, because it is indeed part of his story, a lot of people want to say, oh, you're character assassinating him. Well, I'm not going to talk about just easy character assassination talking points. Okay, I want to show this because it is just a remembrance of who this man actually was, because the reality is reality matters. So if George Floyd is being painted as a picture of this peaceful man who's just sitting on the bench, and that was part of it, as if sitting on the bench has anything to do with his story, okay, we have to just remember, hey, there's a reality around George Floyd, and not everybody wants to talk about it. Not everybody wants to remember this, but thank you to Philly Made Creative, phillymadecreative.com, and Matt Berman. Last year, he went through a bunch of hoops to try to get the mugshots that a lot of people did not want to be leaked. All right, so let me briefly show you 8 pictures that represent his 8 mugshots, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I'm thinking 8 pictures might be worth somewhere around, I don't know, 1 million or whatever you want to say it is. Okay, so here we go. Picture number 1, 1997, George Floyd's available mugshots. 1997, 1998, 1998 again, 2001. Then we have, what is this? 2002. Then we have 2004, 2005, 2013. And I believe it was 2013 where George Floyd committed his most heinous act, his most heinous crime, when he robbed a pregnant woman at gunpoint. Now, guys, this isn't old information, as you could see. But again, we got to address the question. We have to address the 700-pound elephant in the room. Why the heck does the city of Newark, New Jersey want to memorialize a career criminal? Now, if that doesn't speak volumes about the life that George Floyd lived, maybe this will, because a 2019 video easily captures just how common George Floyd ran in with the police officers. Check out this body cam footage of when George Floyd was in a car with no license plate. Cops walk up to the car and he's non-compliant. He's crying for his mom in 2019, just like he did in 2020. He stuffs a bunch of pills in his mouth. Guys, just take a listen, because if the mugshots don't capture the reality of the way George Floyd lived, maybe this video will.
This is the May 6, 2019 video of an incident with George Floyd and Minneapolis police. It's a year before the world witnessed him on the ground with now fired Minneapolis officers charged in his death. Floyd was a passenger in an unlicensed vehicle stopped by police.
Do your seatbelt, sir? Sure, man, please, I don't want to get shot. I don't plan on shooting you. I'm just saying, just take your time.
Floyd is told to put his hands on the dash several times, but doesn't seem to listen.
Put them on the dash. I'm not going to shoot you. Put your hands on the dash. Put your hands on the dash. The last time I'm going to tell you that. It's simple.
About 20 seconds after Floyd is told to put his hands on his head, he does. Another officer approaches.
Open your mouth. Spit out what you got. Spit out what you got. I'm going to tase you.
Officers grab his hands. He's taken out of the vehicle and is cuffed.
You're not going to get beat up or nothing if you just follow what we're asking you to do.
As officers are searching Floyd, you can faintly hear him asking for his mama. He pleads with officers as they say what they found.
Was there anything in it? Yeah,
Within 4.5 minutes of officers approaching the vehicle, Floyd is in the back of a squad. Earl Gray, attorney for fired officer Thomas Lane, wanted the video to be made public. After court, he shared why he also wants it admitted into evidence.
As it shows a false narrative by the state. The state is portraying Mr. Floyd as somebody that he isn't.
Yeah. So that right there is one of the best lines I think I've heard. The state is portraying George Floyd as somebody he simply isn't. Reuters reported back when this story dropped on May 6, 2019, George Floyd panicked and swallowed several opioid painkillers as police approached his vehicle. He was then treated at the hospital. So that is the real picture of who we're dealing with. The city of Newark has created an idol, has created a statue of a person who was a career criminal, a person who resisted arrest many times, a person who was addicted to heavy opioids, that participated in buying and selling opioids, a person that is not, as you could say, a law-abiding citizen. Yet this is the man that they want to memorialize. So, I think we've addressed it. The 700-pound elephant has been addressed. Look, guys, there's a reality about the choices that we make as individuals. I'm not talking about some group, some member of a racial or class system, but as individuals, as me, as my own personal self. As individuals, there's a reality about how we choose to live. How I choose to live matters. How you choose to live matters. And if you decide to live recklessly while you're alive, then it's ourselves. It's myself that assassinates my own character. Okay? George Floyd is no exception to this. He's simply not. He destroyed his own reputation. He destroyed his own character. He assassinated his own character when he decided to sell drugs, use drugs, rob a pregnant lady at gunpoint, and go year to year devoting himself to, what did we already say? Drugs. Yes, he assassinated his own character. And now we have a man who is memorialized by virtue of a 700-pound statue. I could imagine as the years go by. Well, AP actually reported that his statue is only going to be up for a year. I hope that's it, because I could imagine this moving on year after year. The next generation, gets raised up, and some people see the statue and say, oh, who was this guy? Who was George Floyd? Why is his statue here? And I could just see all the false narratives that have been pushed since day one. Oh, he was an innocent black man who was taken advantage of by a white racist cop because white supremacy is the invisible force that runs America. And to all that, I call BS. And as we have seen, and as most of us here know, George Floyd is not worthy of having a statue built for him. He is not worthy of being able to be a public display of martyrism. He is not, like Nancy Pelosi said, a sacrifice for social justice. He was simply a man who was caught up in a life of destruction. But I think I'm gonna leave that right there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime I make a video. I will see you good people on the next one. As always, guys, God bless. Peace.